once again, everyone watching and everyone who's choosing to attend tonight, thank you and welcome to Empty Bowls, presented by the Forest at Duke. As you know, I paused there because things are a little bit different this year. Empty Bowls, of course, is the annual event benefiting Urban Ministries of Durham. Is set for today, of course, but we had to change things around due to what is going on in the world, which brings me to why we are here. Even though our lives may have changed, it's not just our lives that have changed. It is also those who we are here tonight to help. So make sure, if you notice at the bottom, we have a ticker because we have a silent auction going on. We also, down below this video, there are two images. There is one, the Empty Bowls logo, where you can click on that logo and it actually sends you to our Donate Now page, which you can do throughout the night. And also after this show is done. If you notice, if you cannot click on there, there is the actual link right there. tinyurl.com, help UMD. Because once again, we are here tonight to help those in need. And those that are struggling, not only due to the pandemic, but also not due to the pandemic. But I do not want to ramble on. We have a bunch of guests here who have dropped in some videos and also would like to say hello. So let's go right down the list. And everybody, I present to you.
My name is Sheldon Mitchell, Executive Director of Urban Ministries of Durham. Even though we're not in person this year, I am still excited that each of you could join us virtually. Welcome. Now, it's been an incredible 12 months since we last gathered for Empty Bowls, and a lot has changed. We've all had to modify how we live our lives, and it hasn't been easy. In a few moments, we're going to show you how some of those changes have impacted Urban Ministries of Durham. Those safety measures, the adaptability of clients and staff, the support of volunteers and community partners, and how your generous support has really helped us to continue the work. That work has not only continued at our main campus on Liberty Street, but also at a satellite location for the medically fragile. Now, while COVID-19 is not the entire story, it is part of the story. The heart of the story for us at UMD are the neighbors that we serve, the staff that we employ, the volunteers and partners that we count on, the supporters like you that make it all possible. Thank you.
Most important institutions that we have in Durham. I can really think of no other institution that we have that is so important in serving our most vulnerable. We have homeless people in Durham, people who are hungry in Durham, and there are lots of people who contribute to improving their lives, churches and civic groups, but nobody does what Urban Ministries does. Last year, Urban Ministries served more than 6,000 people with their services, sheltered more than 800 people. And this is just such critical work, and it's done so well. Urban Ministries of Durham is absolutely crucial to the future of our work to fight poverty and end homelessness. Because not only does Urban Ministries shelter people, which is so necessary, we know that, but they help move people out of poverty and out of homelessness and into permanent housing and into jobs. Urban Ministries placed more than 165 people last year into permanent housing, and that is our goal. That's always going to be our goal. We are doing so many new things in Durham to help our homeless residents, and Urban Ministries is crucial to that.
Urban Ministries of Durham is in the heart, the center of Durham. UMD is resilient. The agency itself has been here for over 35 years and will remain a staple in our community. At Urban Ministries of Durham, we are a family. We have had several changes within our community. There's so many shifts and changes that occur for all of us. And so within our UMD family, we acknowledge that and we try to provide support and services for people at whatever level they are in their journey. Our residents are extremely resilient. They are able to endure situations that most of us would never be able to fathom. So there's this intrinsic value and skill that our residents have that we like to pull from too. And we all share in this journey.
I feel like this pandemic has really highlighted for us just how fragile life can be. And for many of us who find ourselves to be self-sufficient, how a crisis really can lead any of us to having need for the types of services that Urban Ministries provides each day to those who are homeless and those who are vulnerable in our community.
So although the pandemic has been extremely difficult for our nation, but within our UMD family, we've been able to maintain a certain level of normalcy that has really provided our residents and our staff, and I'm sure our volunteers as well, with a sense of security, that they know that this is still home, even if everything else around may be in a sense of disturbance.
So as we move back to our main campus on Liberty Street, our census was reduced by 50%.
We are very fortunate. We have a secondary location at Carolina Duke Inn, which we call CDI, and that is where people who are medically vulnerable are able to stay. We're able to house 40 people at CDI, so we're able to still provide for our community, even though we had to downsize here at our 410 Liberty Street location.
What makes us unique and a unique family and a very strong agency is because we have the ability to adapt and maneuver with all situations. But we're still a home, we're still centered around the people that we're serving here.
Shows that what we're doing and what our residents are doing is working, and that we'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to focus on health and prosperity in our future.
I also think it is important to acknowledge the city of Durham, the county of Durham, really for making resources available to support UMD during this pandemic, to make sure that we were able to keep residents safe, keep residents healthy as we transition through this time of crisis.
critical functions. Discovery, go at throttle up.
Thank you for the heads up. For some odd reason, I was muted. So now I am not muted, but once again, I want to I want to say Empty Bowls presented by the Forest at Duke for the 4th year in a row and co-sponsored by area businesses and individuals helps raise over $100,000 for the city's primary public homeless shelter, which provides food, shelter, and a future to neighbors in need. And this year, your support goes an extra mile to bolster local restaurants who have been longtime supporters of Urban Ministries. So again, I want to make sure to thank these restaurants. Yes, thank you for pointing out. That was pretty comical as well. But it's a fun night. It's an exciting night. Once again, thank Boricua Soul Restaurant, Bull City Burger and Brewery, Bull City Solera and Tap Room, Jack Tar and the Colonel's Daughter, the Mad Hatter's Cafe and Bake Shop, Mez Contemporary Restaurant, Pompieri Pizza, Salidelia Cafe and Catering, and Toast. Also, I want to make sure to thank our sponsors for tonight. We want to thank the presenting sponsor, the Forest at Duke, the area sponsors, the Bart Ehrman blog, Olive and Olive PA, who is sponsoring our silent auction, which is going on currently. And again, the ticker at the bottom shows some of the items that you can actually pick up at the silent auction. It also has our link for that silent auction on the same image that you see right here on the screen, right below this video. So make sure to click on that and check out all the items in the silent auction, because currently there are a few items that are really grabbing everybody's attention. So make sure to jump on there so you can get one yourself. Now, our gold sponsors: Elms Lane Realty Group, F&D International USA Corp, United Therapeutics. Our silver sponsors: Austin Lawrence Partners, Walt and Katie Barron, my apologies, Whitney and Scott Matheson. We will go over other sponsors in just a few moments, but once again, check out that silent auction. It will open up another link. You will not lose this video. You will still be hearing me in the background. It'll open up a totally new window. But now, on to some more information.
Community partner, that the Forest at Duke understands the extraordinary opportunity we have to be a part of this community, and that in supporting those who are most at risk, creating some pathways and helping those who do that best, that gives us an opportunity to make a contribution back to the place that we love, serving people who are in need. At the Forest at Duke, we've had the pleasure of being the presenting sponsor for several years. Being the presenting sponsor means that we are giving a significant gift, that we are making a commitment that makes a difference. As a CEO, you extract many benefits from living and participating and working in this community. The opportunity to drive your organization to give to Urban Ministries of Durham and to support that is really the understanding that we would be less than we could be if we did not make a concerted effort to reach out to those, again, who are most at risk, whether it is homelessness, whether it is food insecurity or lack of food altogether, or the opportunity or pathway to have their life be better because some options were provided and extended. To fail to do that is to fail to be a contributing member of your community. If you benefit, you have an obligation to support. And Urban Ministries is one of the clearest ways to do that.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I'm the clinical director here at Urban Ministries of Durham. I have been here for 5 years, and I'm so excited that you all are here so I can show you around our wonderful agency. Today we are going to do a quick tour of the shelter. I'll walk you all around so you can see the inside and see where our residents reside. We currently have decreased our capacity, so you'll be able to see how we've created and obtained some social distancing within our residential programs and just what the shelter looks like on the inside. So super excited to share that with you all.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Mike. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
All right.
This is the front desk area for our shelter. When we have new residents come in or just with our daily residents, they walk through these doors and this is where they stop. We have sanitizer. In the evenings, we have the table set up and we check bags, check folks in, and then they're able to go through the doors to their dorm areas. But this is the center. This is the hub. This is where all of the major work happens, where our CEAs, our client engagement advocates, this is where they work. So they're the ones that are able to answer questions with our residents, and they're the ones that keep our agency open 24/7. So we have 3 primary programs in the shelter. We have our men's, our women's, and then our family side of the shelter.
We went from 80 beds to 32 beds. That gave us some social distancing, 6 feet apart or more. All the beds are lower bunks, and they use the top bunk as storage space to keep their things out of the floorway. Each bed also has a sneeze guard that gives extra protection from any germs or anything, gives them more security.
It was just more congested. So now there's walking space and more privacy for folks. So now we are on the families hallway. We have a total of 9 family rooms. Within our family rooms, there are bunk beds and their own restroom, because that's extremely important for a family unit. In their bathrooms, they have a full-size tub, shower, and their own toilet. So it's like a little suite. It's really great for our families because we respect all families. To be a family unit at UMD, we don't ask for legal proof of marriage or any of those things. A family is a family at UMD. We welcome all families from different backgrounds and different makeups. This is where our families come to share meals, to socialize, and for children to come and play. We also have an outside play area. Each area of our shelter has a day room for both the women, the men, and for families, because everyone needs a centered place to go and share food, relax, and communicate with their friends and family. We have every service that's needed. Of course, the shelter services, but even with that, we have clinical case managers, we have workforce development.
Today I'm in workforce. I have my first interview tomorrow. They had me find jobs, housing, and so I can get on my feet.
Shona and I, we are the directors for the shelter operations and services. And we really just want to thank all of you for being part of our UMD family. But we also want to give a huge thanks to our staff for just being awesome, for believing in us and trusting in our choices and the changes that we've made. We are beyond grateful for the efforts from our community and also from our UMD community as well. So thank you all for supporting us and for being present. A lot of thought and effort in ensuring the overall well-being for the people that we're serving. And food is the most important because that's where people are going to receive their nutrients.
The Community Cafe offers meals for our residents as well as anyone who is hungry. We offer 3 meals per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Monday through Friday, we offer a hot breakfast and a bag lunch and a hot dinner. On the weekends, we offer 3 hot meals. The Community Cafe is volunteer-centric. We couldn't do the work that we do without volunteers. They have helped us in numerous ways during the pandemic.
about 5 years now, 5 to 6 years.
As of May after COVID, we've been coming consistently every day, working 3 to 4 hours a day. And again,
right now we have volunteers who are continuing to serve on site. However, we have volunteers who are working behind the scenes. They are still providing meals by preparing them off-site and delivering them, and they're providing resources to continue to provide meals. We also have a group of volunteers who are preparing bag lunches. They are being delivered to the hotel where we have residents who are considered medically fragile and not able to be on site. The bags that we provide are all made with love by volunteers.
In working with UMD, go back to our early days at Bull City Burger and Brewery. We were approached by a job counselor, a trainer, if you will, someone who was working with candidates to get them ready to re-enter the workforce. And I have always felt that being a part of the community was a real strong core value for our companies. And I knew a lot of these folks wouldn't be given a second chance. I believe in giving people second and even third chances. So we absolutely wanted to join the program. I think we were one of the first restaurants or businesses to help with that. And these folks come to us through Urban Ministries. They're highly recommended, and they've gone through some job training and some counseling, and we bring them in and treat them like family. One of our core values is to support the community, which supports us. And we've always done a whole lot for teachers and nonprofit organizations. I mean, these are the people eating in our restaurants. And so we can't turn our backs on them. It's been a really tough year. There's no doubt about that. We have lost money every week since March, and the hole is getting pretty deep. But in spite of all that, I think it's still important that we've got to remember that there are people out there who still need help as well. And so when we were approached about empty bowls, it wasn't something I had to deliberate for a long time. I mean, making soup is something that we enjoy doing. Knowing that people enjoy the soup and then they're going to raise a whole lot of money to help Urban Ministries. To me, it was an easy decision. We can't just turn our backs because times are tough. We're not doing well, but that doesn't mean that we can't still participate in the community.
Ministries of Durham, we connect with the community to end homelessness and fight poverty by offering food, shelter, and a future to neighbors in need. And what you see here is our direct services to meet that need. On an average month, in our clothing closet and food pantry, we serve over 500 single adults and families. We are in the clothing closet at Urban Ministries of Durham. We're in the resource building. The clothing closet offers a number of resources to the community, all at no cost. Anyone who is a resident of Durham County is eligible to receive resources from the clothing closet. And so anyone who is eligible to come in for services is able to come and walk through and pick the items that they would like to have. Currently, with our clothing closet distribution, we have modified our services, and we are able to provide clothing and hygiene to anyone who is in need of clothing and hygiene. We provide a list of options, and they are able to choose clothing, shoes, hygiene, personal care items that they may need. And we have a window that we are able to safely communicate and provide that option, and we just bag it up for them. We really prefer to provide choice, but right now this is a great option. So this is our food pantry. We follow the food choice model here. It allows single adults and families to choose the items that they want and need. And it's pretty much what you see here, non-perishable items. We also have fresh produce that we receive from the Food Bank of North Carolina. They're also a great partner, and they're actually partnering with us as we do our outdoor food distribution, which is our modified version of the food pantry. Based on these cards here and the size of their family, they can take one of these cards, work along with the volunteer, and they're just kind of moving through, and they're selecting the items that they want and need for their families.
Providing bowls for empty bowls for over a decade. The process for providing bowls for the event is a little bit different for each artist. Some artists intentionally create bowls for the event, while others donate bowls in their signature style. To make it possible to provide enough bowls for the event, Durham Arts Council puts out a call to students and instructors and provides extra access to the studio, play, and firing. Durham Arts Council typically donates 200 plus bowls for the event. At minimum, it takes 2 weeks for a ceramic bowl to be created from start to finish. It gives an artist a personal sense of pleasure and accomplishment to see their bowl selected or bid on, knowing that someone else will enjoy their artwork and get the same pleasure from something that they created. It's important for artists to support Empty Bowls since the event supports our local community. While UMD supports basic needs in housing and food, the arts are proven to help social and physical well-being. Together, our organizations help enhance the quality of life and build a sense of community for Durham.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope that was very informative. It was very informative for me, so I hope that you guys got a lot of information out of that as well. Once again, I want to make sure I point out our area sponsors, which are the Bart Urban blog, Olive and Olive PA, which again is running our presenting our silent auction, and RTI International. Those are our area sponsors, and we must show them some love and give them a lot of appreciation, because we could not do this without them, and we could not do this without you, and we are all here for the same goal. Again, I just want to give everybody a heads up as we are rolling through tonight's program, because we do have that silent auction, and I want to make sure that we touch base on that silent auction, because the silent auction is sponsored by Olive and Olive, features bowls and other decorative creations made by local potters and wood turners, a primary feature of our annual in-person event. It is now virtual as we are virtual, so please, as you see on the ticker down below, there's a set of 4 nesting bowls, there's a stoneware teapot, there's a painted bird serving bowl. There's also tons of other things on our silent auction that we would love for you to jump on and check out. Because again, that silent auction is going on now. It will end soon, so if you miss out, you miss out. But if you are interested in any of these items, please, again, Olive and Olive have done a great job with this, helping us out with this. And that silent auction right now, if you see at the bottom on the ticker, it is popping up. There is the website. It is https://www.32auctions.com/emptybowlsumd. Place that in your browser, or right below this video, there is this image. All you have to do is click on there and it takes you right to that silent auction. And again, tons of items are there. Tons of items are getting looked at. So make sure you get in, check out all those items. Also, make sure to remember that as you are jumping in for those silent auction items, these proceeds are going to help out our community, to help out Urban Ministries. Now, I don't want to ramble on again, because we are going to have our big announcement of the winner of the Empty Bowls coming up in just a few moments. But I want to make sure to touch base.
I'm Bart Ehrman. I'm a scholar of the New Testament and early Christianity at UNC Chapel Hill. I moved to Durham in 1999, and I quickly became concerned about issues in our community, especially issues dealing with poverty, hunger, and homelessness. I was naturally attracted to the Urban Ministries of Durham because these are the issues that they deal with. Urban Ministries does a fantastic job in our community, but they can't do it without resources. And so I started supporting them individually about 20 years ago. 9 years ago, I started a foundation, the Bart Ehrman Foundation that is funded through a blog that I do. The Bart Ehrman blog deals with issues of New Testament and early Christianity. But to become a member of the blog, readers have to pay a membership fee. It's a small fee, but I give all of it away to charities, the lion's share of which goes to Urban Ministries of Durham. I know you've been supporting Urban Ministries by coming to Empty Bowls this year. I'd like to recommend that you consider making regular donations to Urban Ministries. That's what I do individually, and the foundation, funded through my blog, does this all the time as well. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed Empty Bowls, and I hope we can enjoy it together next year live.
Now, here comes the fun part. This is the fun part. Again, we want to make sure that we remember, just as Bart was talking about, we want to make sure that we donate. We want to make sure that we are here because we are committed to helping out Urban Ministries and our fellow neighbors who are in need. So, before we go to the actual winners of the contest that has been going on, I want to make sure that everybody, again, go to tinyurl.com/helpumd. That takes you directly to the donate page. Or again, down at the bottom, you can click on the Empty Bowls image and it'll take you right to the same place. But we are here and we are committed to helping our neighbors. So let's make sure that we take care of that. Now, moving on, let's have some fun. Let's get ready and point out who our winners of the contest were. Coming in third, a valiant third, Saladelia. Saladelia did a great job with their suit tonight, but they came in third tonight. Coming in second place, we have Mez. Mez did a great job. Mez came in second. Now, I'm trying to think of something to say to stall, because to build up the anticipation, to build up that fun, to have a great time and get ready to announce that giant winner. Who won tonight? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? I can't hear you. I mean, you can yell into your video screen all you want to. It's amazing that you did, because that is hilarious to me and it should be hilarious to you. We are all here to have fun, so let's continue. Let's get right to the winner of tonight. Tonight, Toast. Toast takes home the gold. Give it up for Toast, everyone. They took home the gold and they are our winner of the Empty Bowls soup contest. So, round of applause, everybody. Everybody, please stand up. Toast, if you're around, take a bow, take a bow. I do not have you on video. I would love to have a personal interview and let's talk, but it's okay. Everybody here applauds you, and tomorrow, everybody, let's go to all the participants who came out to help us tonight, especially Toast, since they came in first. But once again, give it up for Boricua Soul Restaurant, Bull City Burger and Brewery, Bull City Solera and Tap Room, Jack Tar and the Colonel's Daughter, the Mad Hatter's Cafe and Bake Shop, Pompieri Pizza, our third place, Saladelia Cafe and Catering, our second place, Mez Contemporary Mexican Restaurant, and of course, our winner tonight, Toast. Round of applause for all of them. Now, we're going to head over to the closing remarks. But again, before we go to those closing remarks, I want to make sure to thank you guys for viewing tonight. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for commenting when you could. Also, make sure to check out the silent auction. It's in the picture right below. Make sure to click this image and you can actually take home a beautiful, beautiful item made by our local potters. Tons of stuff is there. So please, once again, check it out. Also, check out that tiny URL. The easy way is just to click down below. But let's head off to our closing remarks. And once again, I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Let's continue to help our neighbors. We are a family. Always remember that. It doesn't matter if you live in a mansion or if you're on the side of the street. We're all family. We're all equal. So let's help each other. Because that dude in the mansion could be right there on the side of the street. And he's going to need help just the same way somebody else needs help right now. So let's remember that. Always remember, we are family. These are our neighbors. Let's help them in their time of need because they could help us in our time of need. So again, everybody, thank you tonight. Make sure to check out all of our area sponsors, the Bart Ehrman blog, Olive and Olive PA, RTI International. Also, make sure to show some love to our presenting sponsor, everybody, the Forest at Duke, an amazing place. So please show them some love. Our gold sponsors, Elms Lane Realty Group, F&D International, USA Corp, United Therapeutics, our silver sponsors, Austin Lawrence and Partners, Walt and Katie Barron, Whitney and Scott Matheson, and on down the list. The bronze sponsors, ABC 11, WTBD, American Underground, Brooke Jenkins, and Pascal. Ooh, I cannot pronounce the last name. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to actually look that one up. C.T. Wilson Construction and Company, Inc., David and Wendy Sotolongo, Duke Office of Durham and Community Affairs, G. Crabtree Spaces, Google Fiber, Jenny, John, and Elizabeth, on down the line, I don't want to take up the rest of your night reading all the sponsors. We have them all listed for you here. I want to make sure that we get to that. Again, I can ramble on all night. I enjoy you guys. I love this event because it helps our neighbors. It helps our family. Again, we are family, like the song. Hate to say it, hate to sound cliche, but that's what we are. So again, thank you guys for joining us. Let's go to our closing remarks.
I'm Bernadette Lipscomb, Board Chair of Urban Ministries of Durham. I want to thank you so very much for joining us tonight. I'd also like to thank our generous sponsors, especially the Forest of Duke, as well as our restaurant partners, bowl makers, and special guests. As you've just seen, it takes a community to make the work of UMD possible. And I'm so grateful for all of our sponsors, including you. 38 years after its founding, UMD is still much needed because homelessness and poverty are still with us. The causes are many and the roots run deep. But I remain hopeful because each of us has a role to play to help end homelessness and fight poverty. And I thank you for answering that call. I know that many of you are going to answer Bart Ehrman's call to give tonight. So I thank you so very much for choosing to make a difference. Thank you and good evening.